Boston Bruins were the first to get on the scoreboard when Don Marcotte sent the puck past Billy Smith at 9:52 of the first period. That goal woke up the Islanders, who appeared disorganized early in the game. Less than 2.5 minutes later, the Islanders tied the game at 1-1. John Tonelli took a rebound and slammed the puck into the cage past Bruin goalie Gary Cheevers. About 5 minutes later, on a power play, the Islanders went ahead 2-1 when Brian Trottier scored. It was his 5th goal in the playoffs. In the second period, Bobby Bourne put the Islanders up 3-1, but the Bruins were not giving up. About 7 minutes later, Peter McNabb scored to make the score 3-2. It was his 5th goal of the playoffs, but the Islanders came right back to increase their lead to 4-2, and Bobby Nystrom scored. The period was marred by 3 fights, this one between Clark Gillies of the Islanders and Terry O'Reilly of the Bruins. In the last period, both teams scored once, making the final Islanders 5, Bruins 3.
Games are going to start with a game at the Boston Garden, Game 5 in the Bruins-New York Islanders series. It started off with the Islanders winning 2 games on Boston ice, just as the North Stars did against the Canadiens, and then they went back and they won Game 3 in Long Island. The Bruins stayed alive in Game 4 with an overtime victory. They were just 20 seconds away from elimination in 4 straight. Put that game into overtime on a goal by Rick Middleton and won it in overtime on a goal by Terry O'Reilly. Now this is Game 5, 3rd period, and Boston leading 2-1. Dwayne Sutter will score his first playoff goal. He gets it right there. Lorimer and Goring assisting. They tie it at 2:38. And then the Islanders take the lead with Clark Gillies' 4th goal as he drills this high hard one past Jerry Cheevers at 5:58 with Sutter and Goring assisting. That made it 3-2 New York. That turned out to be the series-winning goal. Denny Potvin puts the icing on the cake for the Islanders. Mike Bossy assisting him as he beats Cheevers at 14:27. And so the Islanders win that game by a score of 4-2 and win the series 4-1. A lot of questions to be answered, I would think, on a couple of old-line NHL teams. For example, Harry Sims will not continue as coach in Boston, so they'll be in the market for a new one. And down in New York, where the Rangers have now been eliminated by Philadelphia, a lot of questions about the future of Fred Shero. And Phil Esposito says that he may retire from the game, but don't bet on that. The Philadelphia Flyers eliminated the Rangers in 5, as the Islanders did to the Bruins. This is Game 5 at the Spectrum a couple of nights ago. And Al Hill, in the final minute of the first period, on a pass from Mel Bridgman, puts the Flyers ahead 1-0. Hill moving in, good move around John Davidson. And then Philadelphia pulled ahead to stay in the second period. Ben Wilson, his 4th of the playoffs from Bridgman and Morrison, made it 2-0 at 5:09. And then Paul Holmgren with his 4th of the playoffs from Brian Propp and Andre Dupont at 8:24. And that was it. The Flyers went on to win that hockey game by a score of 4-1.